Hey everybody, Marcos Villegas for Fight Up TV, being joined with Abner, who's gearing up for his rematch against Leo Santa Cruz coming up June 9th at the Staples Center, the second fight between you and Leo Santa Cruz. You just took us through a workout, which was a pretty cool thing, but it got me thinking, like, what's needed in a world champion in terms of working out? Like, what exactly goes into the workout of a world champion? And it really got me thinking, like, what's the routine? Break it down for me. Like, how many sit-ups you have to do, like cardio session, like all that?
Look, well, it changes, obviously. The work ethic, the work timing. I mean, the exercise just changed in weeks. Depends on the weeks left to fight.
The intensity.
It goes up, it goes low. So right now it's high.
Yeah.
The last 3 weeks, the last remaining two are going to be really hard. This one we start 10, 12-round sparring sessions, more jump rope, more running.
So the jump rope and the running, how long are you jump roping for? How long are you running for?
Me, towards the end, what I do, I run less, because I usually run about 45 minutes, an hour, you know, just to get that, I guess that...
sweat going, right?
No, not the sweat, conditioning.
Oh.
But then I start doing track work, which is sprints, 300s, 400s, get the heart rate, get that going. So it just changes, bro. And what I put you guys through, it was nothing. Obviously, it was just just
ab work, you know, for us gordos.
Just a little taste.
Yeah.
And the reason I did it, bro, is because I wanted to change things up. Most of the time, you guys come to immediate workout.
I like that. Do that more. Like, I would love to actually go to, like, through a real legit workout with you.
I'm going to do that once. You know, I would not have to work out, or maybe have you guys work out while I work out. But then who's going to record us, right?
We got Tino right here, but Tino might want to join in also. So we'll bring in little Matt Tucker to help us as well. So back on that then. So the closer it gets to the fight, the intensity increases? Okay.
Yes.
So with that then, like, what exactly are you doing in terms of how much cardio, how much abs, how much mid, how much sparring?
Look, much more sparring. Like I said, 10 to 12 rounds of sparring. Less running, meaning length hours. You don't run 40 minutes anymore. You bring it down to 20, 25, 30 sometimes. More track work, like I said, it's more of an intensity type of workouts. As you saw, more speed. And the last week is just focus on the weight, so it changes. So I'm at that moment right now, and that's sad. I want to say something that I liked that you posted, I think, this weekend, and I liked, and I think I retweeted on the fighters.
Yeah, no, I agree, because I think it's just I don't know, I just think fans in general are so damn negative, like in boxing, and they see like a loss and they're like, that guy is not good anymore, he lost. And it's like, no, like like when you're fighting at an elite level, okay, when it's the best versus the best, someone has to lose. But that doesn't take anything away from that other guy, because he's at that level for a reason. He's still at a very high level. It takes nothing away from him.
Some people just forget that. You lose, you suck. You know, you're a bad fighter. You know, you lost against a great level fighter. You know, as we saw last weekend, you know, Linares and Lomachenko, none of them lost. If anything, boxing won. The spectators won. We won as a boxing fanatics. We got a treat. We got Fighter of the Year and two talented fighters. So I love that, bro. I should put it on my as my caption, but I love it, bro, because people should not focus so much on the losses and on fighters, and more on the performances, like you mentioned, you know, because we're world-class athletes, elite fighters that we go out there to entertain you guys as fans. We put everything online, our health, you know, and our families training super hard to entertain you guys, to give you a hell of a fight. We might have a bad day, we might lose, but that's
the thing, the bad day. You might have a bad, because you look at other sports. Tom Brady loses Super Bowl, do people go, oh, he's washed, he sucks, like he's terrible? No, he just lost a game. NBA games, the best out of 7. If LeBron has a bad game, yeah, obviously you can't. If you have a bad day in boxing, you pay for it. But people aren't going, oh, this guy's washed. No, they're like, no, he just had a bad day, a wrong game plan.
Why can't we, you know, be like that? If a boxer loses, he lost, he sucks. But hey, you know, take my hat off for throwing that out there, and I just wanted to mention it, bro.
I think it's important to put it out there, to change the culture of thinking that way, because I think it's very detrimental to think that way because it hurts the perception of you guys, and then it's like we're kicking our sport in the nuts when we do that as well. When you see, and it's a good point, you know, Angel Garcia's brought it up many times. When you see an MMA fighter, they have records. Lyoto Machida last weekend, he has a record of like 14-8. Okay, if you see that record in a boxing sense, people will be like, oh, that's a journeyman. That's, you know, he's no good. But you see him, and people love to see him because he could still compete at a high level, and he got a spectacular knockout over Vitor Belfort. He knocked him out with a front kick, you know, and we got to be the same way, I think. Fans, and we got to educate fans the same way too. Like, hey, you know,
we have to educate fans on that sense, and I think we're doing it right, and it's only right we keep pushing and we keep mentioning things like this so people can remember, you know, and not so much focus on the win, focus on things like that, you know, just focus on the performance. We give you guys hell of a fight, and that's it. But here we go.
When the best fight the best, you lose. That's what happens. It happens. You lose. It happens in every sport. Chess, like any high-level sport. Serena Williams, all these, they lose. When you fight the best, you lose. And it comes to a matter of just having the right game plan on that day. You could have an off day or you have the wrong game plan.
I'm going to give a perfect example. Soccer, people love Mexico, la selección mexicana, well, my country. You know, la selección mexicana, whenever they play, they're there. And once they lose, they suck. But if they play with the next weekend, they're there. They're like, oh, Mexico's going to win. We always think that Mexico's going to win the World Cup. You know, they never do. But we're always supporting because, you know.
They could only get past that round of 16, man. Exactly. They could never get past that round of 16. It pisses me off.
But in boxing, if you lose, that's it. They stop watching. Oh, no, he sucks. That's it. You know, let's focus on someone else, someone that's got.
You know who's a perfect example of that? Ray Beltran and Orlando Salido. You look at those guys and you look at just the records, and you think
I'm gonna blame. And I'm maybe throwing a little dirt at him, but not taking anything away from what he's done. But because he's a phenomenal fighter.
I already know you were gonna say
Floyd Mayweather. You know, he's like, I'm undefeated. No one's beating me. Bro, like, you know, like, you lose sometimes in life, period. You know, we take L's in life, and you go through it, and you have to live through life, and that doesn't make you a bad person or any less of a person, period. You know, you
know what makes that all bullcrap, too? The guy that's considered the best of all time, well, one of the best, Ali lost multiple times, was knocked down multiple times, and people don't focus on that because of what he accomplished and everything. And I think that makes that argument so...
Before all social media, before we had all that, Julio Cesar Chavez, how many times did he lose? He's you know, he's known as the best Mexican world champion. Everybody respects him. Salvador Sanchez, well, he retired. I mean, we passed away. I think he undefeated. No, I think he had one defeat. You know, Frazier, Duran, all these fighters, they had lost.
Ray Leonard, Ray Robinson.
Exactly, and I mean, it is what it is, bro, and I just hope that we educate the fans and the people that, you know, boxing is a brutal sport. We put our lives in line, you know, when we go in that ring, and we're doing it for you guys, so respect that also.
It's a little, I like that little back and forth chat there. How many abs do you do? Do you do like 1,500 a day, 1,000 a day? Like, how many is it really to get your body in shape to be able to take like body shots from someone over 12 rounds?
I lose count. How many do I do? About, yeah.
500 and 800? Yeah. How do you break that down throughout the day?
I mean, it's just, you do different things. You know, like I do 30 sessions of one thing, 30 of another, 20 of these, 10 of these, and then, you know, I do that here in the gym, and then, you know, at home, I sit at home sometimes and do it by myself and keep doing it. It's like boxing. You know, you educate your jab. You know, you come here and throw punches, so you could have that, you know, rhythm going, and abs. You have to train your.
I'm trying to think of it like time-wise. Well, time-wise, how much out of your day all this takes, because you have a family, you're married, and you have 2 daughters.
It's after everybody does it. After your workout, what's next? At the end, ab work, and I do that, and then at home, bro, you could do it at home. You could be watching TV and be doing this as I'm sitting here.
You do that?
Yeah. And you should. People should do that. Then that's why we have the Midas mindset. People sometimes they're not well educated and things like this. And also, I said the word. It was what was the word that I used? That they're intimidated. Sometimes people are intimidated, just because they saw me doing it so easy and good. It's like, oh, I can't do that. Yes, you can, bro. You could do this at home and still be working your abs. You could, try to turn, try to do, crunches, things like that, and just get the people going. Educate on people in health, because we live in an obese world right now. People are eating bad habits of, in health, and I think we have to educate the people on that, Tim.
Have you gone full vegetarian at all for the camp? I know there's a school of thought where some fighters have gone full vegan for training camps because they feel like it brings a lot more out of their body.
Yeah, bro, but I don't think I can. I think our body needs the carbs sometimes. You need the protein. You definitely need all that. So I've not tested it myself. I wouldn't mind putting my body through that to have that experience.
I always just wondered the same thing too, as well. I guess you can't get all that. Well, yeah. Well, I guess you can from the broccoli and all the other carb-based vegetables. Because I know we went on a little journey here with this conversation. Going back to this fight on June 9th, you look really, really good right here. My thinking is, are you peaking too soon, or do you gotta kind of slow yourself down? Like, hey, wait a second, I want to be exactly like this the night of the fight. Are you having to do that to kind of, okay, I want to push forward, but I got to kind of keep myself in check and stop? Like, no, like, save this for the fight. Because you look really, really solid in there. Like, that was the best I've seen you, in a very, very long time.
Thank you. No, I think we were at the right time, right timing, perfect weeks. I got my conditioning coach, Luis Garcia, my coach, Robert. He's been in the sport for many years. He's had multiple world champions, so he knows. I've had moments where I have to rest, like you mentioned. People don't know this. Sometimes you take a day off. Coach, no, you're peaking too soon, or you look great today, and they saw that you had all that energy, and they don't want you to show up the next day because you don't want to peak too soon. Take the day off, champ. Rest. Do the recovery. Key factor to being in top shape and to being at 100% for a fight is recovery. You have to recover your body. You have to really take care of your body, and definitely. And thank you. I feel great right now. I know we're still soon, 3 weeks away, but I'm gonna feel even better because I'm only getting better, and I'm perfecting just certain things that I have to, as when it comes to sparring sessions. But I'm ready, bro.
What's the new thing we're gonna see in this rematch from you think?
I think just my mental stage of life, of mental training, the way I'm going to take rounds, the way I'm just going to walk in the ring, and in the corner. The key factor is the corner, listening to him and just really doing what I have to do.
In the first fight, I remember people saw you as it was an even fight, but people were giving you the advantage because they felt you were the more accomplished boxer, the more technical boxer. Coming in the second time around, I think it's still the same story. People are still expecting you to be the more technical guy, the guy that, if he wants to, can box Leo Santa Cruz and box him out of his game. Does that wear on your mind at all? Do you know that coming in, and is that exactly what you want to do, is use your boxing ability?
Bro, going into the fight, I had so many things thought, the first fight. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm better than him, because I know I'm better than him ability-wise. I have so much tools. I could do it all in there, and that didn't happen. And the reason being is I let it get to me. I was like, no, I'm going to tear his head off. I'm better than him. And if you go back and look at the fight, I just went out the very first round, and I wanted to just tear him out, just rip his head off, and just I got tired, bro. Within the third round, I was already breathing hard. It's like, we know what's going on. And then I try to box. I try to do too many things at once. And I guess the strategy for this fight is taking it round by round. Round by round, I think it's going to come out. It's going to come out.
Take it slower and let things flow, let things happen.
Exactly.
React. That's the important thing, right? For a fighter, you just got to react to what's going on there.
I mean, I've learned so much from watching fights, from many fighters, and one of them, Lomachenko, he's a relaxed fighter. He goes in there. Sometimes he gives you that energy where he walks in and then he moves back. You gotta really walk that ring. Floyd Mayweather, I mean, there's no secret. He knows how to really walk that ring and take rounds off and really play in there. and not really let the people and the hype get to you and tire yourself out. So I'm going to practice a lot of things in there.
I'm going to see you the week of the fight. I can go on and on and on and on forever with you. I know there's other people waiting and stuff. Ultimately, though, do you feel that your boxing ability is what is going to put you through in this rematch? And is it going to be a lot different than the first fight?
Different. I'm not focused on my strength. I'm not focused on my body physique or anything like that. I mean, that could take you only so far. I think my boxing abilities is going to be the reason why I went this fight June 9th.
All right, Abner, we'll check back in with you in a few weeks here with Abner Mars gearing up June 9th to rematch Leo Santa Cruz, happening as the main event on Showtime at the Staples Center.